ladies and gentlemen. It is very important for having gold. So now we think we are doing a lot of things for many years. We have gold, and we are going to see that we are going to have more in the next few months, next few years ahead. So my talk today is talking about our rapidly growing shallow, high-grade gold resource at the Abujar Gold Project. The Abujar Gold Project so this chart is just showing how rapidly we are growing our resource. We have 1.7 million ounce JORC resource delivered in April this year. And since then, we drilled 20,000 meter diamond holes, and we have seen over 600 meters really exceptionally high-grade gold resource near the surface. And over that 600 meters, we have seen over 36 intervals with above 50 gram meters. And of these 36, 13 intervals above 100 gram meters. And within these 13, 6 intervals above 200 gram meters. So now, early this month, we come into a next stage of 50,000 meters of diamond drilling for the next 12 months. So this will give us another big upwards jump for our third resource upward data next year. So Tietto as a company, we will employ it since 2010 until September 2017. So we were running in private doing tough gold exploration in West Africa. But lucky enough, we went to that region at the early stage, and we have got access to very good project. So we made a listing in January 2018. We were listed on Australian Stock Exchange at 20 cents, and today we are trading at 34 cents. So our market cap is around 92 million as we speaking. Important thing to let the audience know is that we have spent around 20 million Aussie dollar since the day we registered the company. So we at the moment we have $5 million, $4.9 million cash in the bank, and our asset value is around 83 million. So on the board, we have myself, and as a managing director, we have a chairman, Francis Harper, Dr. Paul Tietto, our technical director, Mark Strazak, our director, and Han Jing as our director as well. The chart shows quite a good performance of our share values, which is really well in line with the growth value of our project. So Côte d'Ivoire as a country, at the moment, if you look worldwide, is really a good favorite gold investment destination. They have a very good, basically they have 34% of the overall Premier greenstone belt in West Africa. Now, Ghana has lots of gold, but the size of the land holding gold in Ghana is only 1/3 of Ivory Coast. In another word, the entire Ivory Coast is within the greenstone belt. And Ivory Coast has a very good fiscal regime for gold investment. 12 years exploration license, and if you start mining to produce gold, you have a 5 years tax holiday, and then you're going to have a 25% corporate tax and 4% royalty on sliding scale. Côte d'Ivoire also have a lot of electricity, more than they need, so they export electricity to every country surrounding them. So the Abujar project, which is in the central west of Ivory Coast, it has 1,140 square kilometers and cover a mineralized structure over 70 kilometers. And so far, we have only explored around 10% of one of the parallel structures. So shown on the right side this is currently our major deposit we call the AG deposit, and the other is APG deposit. So this is 70 kilometers. So we have defined the resource in combination of around 7 kilometers. The gap between them is not in proportion, but it's around 5 kilometer gap between these two. So now this is the plan view of the edge deposit, which shows so many holes we drilled, and the yellow highlighted core out is the intersections with grade over 40 meter gram. So we can see how many of them, particularly from line 15 to line 29, so 1.4 kilometer areas, which we so far we delivered in this 1.4 kilometer areas. We defined 1.1 million ounce at 2.1 gram for the depths from surface to around 140 meter deep on average. So on the long section view, we can see the background is the resource model defined in April this year. And all the core out is the results we announced in the past few months. Some of them are depth extension, some of them are infill drills, which give us very good confidence in the continuity of the resource. So later on, we said in Q4 this year, we will have our second resource update of this year. So in the next resource update, all this green part will disappear because all this high grade we can see will significantly improve the overall grade of this part of the deposit. So this table just shows how many intersections we have within this 1.4 kilometer structure length and within 100 meter vertical depths. They are really extraordinarily high grade. And this is the time we released to the market, and this shows this is where the holes are and what are they. So look at the section view. This is sections 23B, which we announced to the market yesterday. And this is only one of the sections that has a very good grade. So what it shows here is every hole we drilled from the surface down to 270 meter deep. And we look at this is all mineralized. And within these mineralization zones, we have a very high grade. We do have some section without grade, but on the mineralized section by sections, the overall grade is very high. So for the left side, we talk about this deposit has a very good open pitable high grade resource. And on the right side, we talk about on the depths, we have a very good grade with good thickness for underground potential. So on the project, for the gold project, one thing we look at is we do have a resource. Are you able to recover the gold? Now this table shows the gold is really very easy to process, and this table was from ALS Impulse. They did a metal test over 350 grams of materials coming from 17 RC holes, which is spread over the edge deposit. So in their comments is really after 48 hours CLL gold recovery, there is nothing they can detect in the solution. So it's below their detection limit. we can see that's a 99.5% recovery. So we can't expect any more. So as mentioned, around 5 kilometers south of this edge deposit on the same structure, we have APG deposits. It has 350,000 ounce resource, which we defined as this April. It's relatively shallow. It's most of them are oxidized, and we only drilled to a vertical around 110 meters. So we will drill more with our 3 diamond rigs from now and coming into next year. So what it shows here is how we grow, so why we said we are rapidly growing. So here we see at IPO time, January last year, we have 700,000 ounces at 2.1 gram, based on 13,000 meters of drilling. So drilling to end of February this year, basically 12 months, the resource published April, which we produced 1.7 million ounces. That's based on 35,000 meters of drilling. So from March this year to the first week of 6 months, we drilled just above 20,000 meters of diamond. And based on this over 55,000 meters of drilling, we're going to produce our next resource update, we said in Q4, which is very much next month. So start from the second week of this month, we are coming into the new phase of drilling, 50,000 meters of drilling. So if you look at the first 3, we did 55,000 meters of drilling. Now we are doing 50,000 drilling. We have our own 3 diamond rigs. We are drilling at around 4,500 meters per month. Last week, we drilled 1,160 meters for last week. Our drilling cost, all inclusive, is around $35 per meter. If you look at the cost of assay, another 15, so overall around $50 per meter. So cost is around a quarter of the commercial drilling cost. So look at the regional of this Abujar project. We only talk about number 1 edge deposit, number 2 and 3 is APG deposit. So we have another 22 targets listed here. Over the 3 structures, so far we only drilled a very small portion of the middle one. We haven't touched the west and the east yet. So overall in the region, in Ivory Coast and Liberia, so this is the north of Ivory Coast, we call the Boudiali group. Some companies actually doing very good exploration in this region. For us, it's a strategic pipeline of project. We have a good land holding, and we're going to start the initial work. So look at the next 12 months. We are Q4, we deliver our second geological resource. Then we're going to do a scoping study and more drillings. So coming to second quarter next year, we continue drilling to do environment study. Then Q4, we're going to apply for mining license. So we have a very shallow, high-grade resource, easier to recover, and we are in the right place in the world for gold business. We have a very strong shareholder supporters, and financially we are safe. So we are set up all aspects for further rapid growth in the next months, next few months, and a couple of years ahead. So that's the resource table. That's all our project in Ivory Coast and 2 in Liberia. That's all. Thank you very much. And if you want more information, we have a brief 4-page booklet. So our stance is number 15. Thank you.